What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
I like rolling R's there.
No, I like the beginning. Like I'm really cool with how it started. I don't feel like you ever stick the landing.
No, I'm like
you just roll into. There's no like punctuation mark at the end of the sentence. You're like stopping middle sentence.
Here's the thing. I'm built solid. I'm a solid 255. Imagine me as a gymnast, because I'm surprisingly athletic, right, Andy? We've said this before. I'm strong and I can move well.
I haven't seen it in a while, so I can't confirm, but I know that
you've seen it
in the past, yeah.
But if I were to do one of those gymnast routines where I go from corner to corner of the mat and I'm doing all the flips and everything, and then you go and you do that super high one and then you stick the landing.
Yeah.
My force would never be able to be stopped.
You would bounce and ricochet into the crowd.
Yes, I would tear a hole through the stands.
You just go right through the ground.
Yes. So that's what my skill is.
I was kind of picturing a drummer that just keeps hitting the beats, but
the
never hits the the cymbal at the end or something. Yeah, I mean, I for not remembering that you had the scat until mere seconds before I hit the button, it wasn't so bad.
What's crazy is I remembered that I had the scat today about 4 or 5 times this morning, each time completely forgetting and then remembering. And inside information here, I hate doing it.
Now, why is that?
The pressure. Because have I ever
Mike,
done a
we've
good one?
set a pretty good standard.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, we get really good feedback. The fans love it.
Here's insight.
Diggity dooch.
I don't like doing things I'm bad at.
That's for sure.
Yeah, that's
for sure.
There are
That's why you haven't shown up to basketball night the last 2 times.
Oh, that is how dare you? That's fighting.
You suck at basketball.
Oh my gosh, that is #not true. But there's very few things I don't do. And so I just don't enjoy being forced to do the scat, because look, I know my limitations.
Yeah.
The scat is not my strength.
Well, at least the landing. The starts are fine. Just figure out how to finish, man.
It's just inside of you. I mean, it's not a difficult thing. Like Al Borland, I bet could crush a scat back there.
Oh,
my
you should get the
gosh.
next one. Oh, the next episode is Al Borland.
You just gave him 40 hours of rehearsal. That's what you just gave him.
Oh, you gave him 40 hours of pure anxiety.
Yeah. Well, he's a performer.
I appreciate Jason setting the bar low for me.
Oh, yeah. All right. Welcome in the Spitballers Podcast. I could have sworn the last we're show 82 now. It says 81. Nice job, Al.
Not bad.
We've got Would You Rather? Is This Real Life? Got another draft on the show today. It's a fun one. You can find us on Twitter at SpitballersPod. SpitballersPod.com is the website, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Appreciate all the reviews, support of the show. I know a lot of new listeners coming in here as our fantasy football podcast is in a we're not releasing quite as many episodes right now.
I wanted to say hibernation, but that's not accurate.
No. It's just people, maybe they got a little bit more room in their schedule, so they're checking out Spitballers.
It's a light jog.
Yeah. So anything else going on we want to talk about here at the top? Anything I need to audit in this show doc here before we move on?
Probably, but we can get into it.
All right.
Would you rather?
I can't roll my R's, by the way.
Really?
No,
Really?
I've always felt really inferior. Like if I tried to do it,
no.
would.
Oh man.
You mean when you try right now?
Correct. Yeah.
Wait.
That's an L.
Give me a word to say that naturally goes into a rolling R.
Really?
That
Really?
sort of. I heard a few of them in there. Did you not make like machine gun sounds when you were a little kid?
No. This is not for lack of trying, Mike. Wow. This has been a real issue for me that hasn't been brought to light in quite some time.
It just sounds like a bee, like zzz. They're buzzing around here.
Really?
That's incredible.
Just a little factoid here. All right. Jacob from the website. Would you rather never be able to use any pockets again? Ooh. I already like this question. It's very nuanced. Or never be able to see yourself in a mirror again?
Ooh, the mirror.
Mirror. So, okay, so you can never see yourself in a mirror again. No loopholes, Jason. You can't selfie yourself when you want to see how you're looking.
It's not a mirror, though.
He says no using your selfie cam as
he
a
wrote
store
that.
window or a store window. So you never get to look in a mirror again, or you can never use pockets. And now these things.
Can I use a fanny pack?
No. I don't. Well, ask Al. Ask Al.
Al. I want to know.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so this is just if you have stuff, you're carrying it in your hands.
I think that's the point of this is to say, you never see your reflection again, or you just literally have no way of carrying
so
things.
your phone is always in your hand.
Yeah.
Yours always.
Well, you have a phone, Mike, that you have one of them loops on the back of it.
You're darn right. I never drop my phone ever. But
me either, and I don't have a loop on it.
Yeah, that's sure, Jason. Never drops your phone. But you just look super rude all the time because you always have a phone in hand.
In that case, I'd be wearing one of those exercise bands.
Well, that's like wearing a fanny pack. That's breaking the rules.
100% rule
He doesn't say
breaker.
no watches. It's like you could put a watch on your wrist.
Yeah, but a watch is meant to wear on your wrist.
So you think it's breaking the rules by having an exercise band?
I do.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right,
100%.
whatever. Let's
if
not
you
get
took
stuck in the minutia here. Is it more important that you see yourself? If you could never see yourself again,
That's a problem.
yeah. I guess I would just be like, all right, I'll be like my kids are with
How do I look?
with my wife in the morning, where it's like they're getting ready to go to school, and the kids line up to have their hair done by mom.
Yeah.
I just get in the
You
line,
slide right in.
Yeah, I'd just be, all right, do my hair. Why wouldn't I?
Now,
that's the way to do it.
Let me ask you this question: how often
And
has
my pockets would be full.
how often has that already happened where you slide in that line?
Never.
Never?
No, I certainly
Because
look
I
for.
do it all the time.
Wait, your wife does your hair?
Not always, and not like the majority of time, but when if she's doing our boy's hair and we all do the same exact thing for our hair, and so I'm like, oh, I literally do what you just described.
Slide into the line.
I just slide in.
I feel like saying not the majority. So okay, the minority of the time, that's still a lot for your wife.
Do
to
you
do
get
your
on
hair.
your
like
knees
once
to
a
get in the
week.
line?
Sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
I would say once a week.
You walk in with a big lollipop? Excuse me.
So the extent
I need my hair done, Ma.
the extent that I use my wife for my aesthetic is basically, does this look all right? That's the general question. This
Right.
look all right? Like sometimes you're like, maybe not.
I feel like you're transitioning to a shaved head pretty quick.
If you
Oh,
see
if
it.
If you can't see
I thought you
yourself.
were talking about me personally.
No.
I'm like, oh no.
Oh no. As a fellow with hair.
Yeah.
Hair respects hair.
Yeah.
Good hair, Andy.
Nice hair, Mike.
Thank you.
I
Jay,
feel
you
like-
have good glasses.
Our scat and hair game.
Thank you.
Yeah, maybe that goes together.
Oh,
That's your problem, dude.
I look.
scat club for men.
I think that's going to take me somewhere I don't want to go.
I think you
Okay.
somewhere very fibrous.
So I feel like we might underestimate the value of pockets because it's not something you think you could ever lose.
Oh, I know about it because
Exercise pants sometimes you got no pockets.
I hear about it from my wife because apparently women's clothing frequently
Yeah.
either doesn't have pockets or the pockets are they're fake.
Yeah.
Why are they putting the
no
pockets
room,
on there if
no
they don't
room
work?
for pockets.
Who decided this? And stop doing it.
Yeah, they put fake.
Let them use.
No, but don't you understand? If you put real pockets, they're so like a lot of women's clothing so tight. You have real pockets, and someone puts it in there. It's just like a mold of that item.
But they got a
At
lot
least
of guys
you could do it.
A lot of guys' pants are like that. Skinny pants.
So the last Christmas
it's-
season.
Like a lot of my pants, you can tell. Like that guy's got an iPhone Plus.
Yeah. No,
That's a lot of keys.
The last Christmas season, Al Borland and I went and rode the Polar Express thing here in Arizona, and so we get dressed up. And
It's a train.
You get dressed up as
Yes, You get dressed up in like Christmas jammies type of thing as a family.
Like a tuxedo?
Yes. And
I'm here, Santa.
I had these Buddy the Elf sweatpants. I put them on, and we're getting ready to leave the cabin we were staying at to go, and there were no pockets.
Buddy the Elf from the movie Elf, as in like his tights?
No, his face is
on. Okay.
100 times
you
on my
guys did the
pants.
elf thing.
Yeah.
So there's no pockets.
There's no pockets, and it was two things. One, a nightmare. I mean, the amount of times that I'm like rubbing my legs for no reason,
You're
trying
doing
to find
the pocket check.
The pocket check. I felt so
wallet, phone, keys.
yes, I felt so wrong. And then
I always feel a little naked if I'm in my like PJ pants, like in public. Though I mean,
yeah, but everybody was,
and then no pocket. Yeah, that makes sense.
But then the second truth came about, and this is just what would happen. Everything of mine went in the wife's purse.
Yeah.
So this is
the wife solves both problems. She either does your hair or holds your stuff.
Whichever one of
so if you're single, you're doomed.
Whichever one of these happen, it's just bad for my wife.
Yeah.
She's dressing me, doing my hair, or holding my stuff because I'm a little bitty baby boy, and I can't take care of myself.
We underestimate. I'm keeping the mirror because there are other things than just doing your hair. I need to shave and see the shave line of where I'm shaving. I need to trim my beard that way. I need to, whatever maybe you're out there, you got to put contacts in without a mirror or something, like.
Just work. You need to work out a monthly subscription to a barber.
Imagine putting on a tie, but you can't see.
First of all, imagine putting on a tie. That's hilarious, Jason.
In general.
That's a funny joke.
Have you just never worn a tie?
I've worn a tie.
No pockets just makes me minimalistic, which is something we all need anyway. So I'm going to keep the mirror, get rid of the pockets.
I'm going to keep my pockets.
How you doing the neck shaving? Your neckline?
I can do that without a mirror because I use an electric. And
yeah, we'll tell you how it worked out. All right, Mike, which one are you going with?
I got for vanity, I will keep the mirror.
All right, yeah. Sean from Patreon has a would you rather question for us. He says, would you rather announce every time that you have to fart and the fart is half as smelly or not announce your fart but the smell is 3 times worse? So we had a couple episodes without the
without a poop joke?
Without a poop joke, and we're back.
How does one measure the smell of a fart?
No, here's how this is really
the
obvious
rectum
and
scale.
It's rectum. It nearly killed him.
It's a 7.4 on the rectum scale.
It's really simple.
Uh-oh.
Everyone has done it. You listening at home have done it. You have farted.
Uh-huh.
And about 5 seconds later, you go, oh, no. You go, oh, that's bad. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't expect it.
We've talked about this where I know before the expulsion happens, like where it will be on my rectum scale. But I mean, my rectum scale is different than yours.
Yeah, but that's not always
Wait,
true,
you know
Mike.
100% of the time?
No, he doesn't. He thinks
You're
does.
like, this is a 7.8?
I know when they're going to be bad.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Dude, I have been around you in the other room from where we're at right now, and I have watched you fart, and then a couple seconds later go, oh, no. I remember that was like a month ago. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
It's very possible.
It's definitely happened. So when he's like, I always know if it's no.
The majority of the time. Majority of the time. Fortune fart teller.
So, but if you knew that you're 3 times worse at all times, does this affect your health? Are you really restraining yourself all the time?
Yeah, you're holding.
You're not trying to sneak one in because you know you're 3 times.
And the thing is if
I'm gonna do a lap around the building, I'll be right back.
if your farts are always going to be 3 times as stinky, those atomic bomb farts.
Yeah. Oh, that's 3. I mean,
everybody's gonna know
3.
it's you after a certain amount of time.
After 2.
It's like
after 2 experiences with that smell.
Like this is
Okay.
a Mike fart. You know, this
Jason's
is like,
been here both times that I've smelled this.
You'd be like, "What do you eat?"
Yeah, I don't know. I think announcing every time you have to fart is obviously. I just can't do that.
No,
because it's every time you have to. You might restrain it, but you got to announce it, right?
You got to take the 3X.
Yeah, you have to take the 3X
and just find a private room.
Don't go in there.
Oh, man.
That's my fart room. Here's my office.
I'll tell you what.
Here's the
the
den.
kitchen.
I won't
fart
reveal
room.
which kid, but one of our kids' fart room is our car.
Oh, that's
I mean,
my fart room.
And it's 100%. It's like that's, you know how your body can get in a routine in the morning?
Yeah.
You know? You have your routines. His is like, okay, this is a safe place to ruin my siblings and my parents' life.
oh, man.
You know who you are out there.
Just be thankful that he doesn't have the window lock button. You know, he doesn't have the control.
Right.
Yeah.
'Cause some people, I'm not going to
Name names.
I'm not going to name names or throw anyone this wonderful under the bus. But sometimes that window lock is like is on purpose, and it's like you're
Cup of cheese.
This is what you get. And if it's the 3 times,
I'm going 3 times. Well, see, that's the thing. You can weaponize it.
Yeah.
If you choose, you can choose 3 times and then use that to your advantage. Is what you're saying.
With great
That's
power.
With great power, because we've already had this conversation about over the last 81 episodes. At times, you've brought up like you're kind of a little curious about your own.
Oh, yeah.
So, all
I
right.
mean, it's not 3 times as terrible
I'm
for
telling
me.
you right
It's
now,
3 times better.
I know it's a
times is
podcast.
awesome.
This conversation, I swear I smell one right now. I swear, like Al Borland over there is like, let one go. All right.
This is my fart room.
Oh no! Oh no! Brooks goes sprinting out of the room. All right, I'm gonna officially go 3x,
Yep.
and then I'm selective of where I let them go, no matter what. So now I'm really selective. Oliver from the website: would you rather always drink like a dog, so lapping up liquid with your tongue,
Okay.
or always eat like a chicken, so you slam your face into whatever food you're eating? So you're like the pecking motion of like picking up food.
when you start reading this, I just think, okay, I'm definitely not lapping everything like a dog. Like
That's not. I mean,
it's
that's
not
rough,
feasible.
man.
And like, so
Want
here's
to go
the
out
deal.
for drinks?
My drink right now in this awesome mug is half gone. Now it's easy to lap up if it's full, but when it's halfway down, how do
That's
you
a
lap
good
I'd like a
question.
gin and tonic in a saucer, please.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be rough,
Yeah, you need a
and
soup
it takes
bowl.
time.
What?
Jason
Wait, what,
just-
Jason? What did you just
Oh,
do?
he just tried to laugh.
I tried to lap from a half-filled mug. It doesn't work well,
Yeah.
and I spilled all over myself.
And imagine that thirst-quenching moment where you're like, "Oh man, I just got done with the run." He just tried again.
Did you forget how to drink?
It feels
You got a drinking
so
problem.
stupid. I got a drinking
To lap?
problem here.
You need to go to YouTube to see this because
I can't. I thought I could do it the second time. You can't do it.
apparently,
What about a third time? Third time's the try.
Third time's the try, as
that's
they
what-
say.
That's what you do say. Okay, so you're tipping and trying to.
so
trying to laugh.
Jason's dying of dehydration. That's what's happening if he chooses that one.
Refreshing.
The problem is when you
Yeah,
tip
but can
the
you
cup,
eat? Can you eat just slamming your head into the?
you'd have a broken face.
Well, you learn how to do it so that you're stopping at the appropriate
Just a
time.
pecking motion. You
Yeah.
don't have to hit your face into the table, but you have to do pecking motion. So there'll be a learning curve, and you'll be a little bruised and banged up to begin with.
So every bite,
Yeah.
you have to go back
It has
up.
to be real quick pecking motion. It can't be just like eating without your hands. It's got to be a pecking motion.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to pick. Inevitably, you have to pick certain foods to be able to succeed that way, right?
Imagine
eating a steak that way. You can't do that.
Imagine drinking out of a bottle of water. I mean, you have to pour it out like the way that you try and give your dog water, and it just
For the
licks-
lapping?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
licks out of the stream.
Yeah, I just get back from a run, and 30 minutes later, you're refreshed. It does. It goes.
This is a terrible question. Both
Yeah.
of these are awful.
Yeah, I think if you ate a steak, you'd have a fork and knife, and you'd cut it
You'd
up
cut
into
it, and then you
pieces,
would eat,
and then
yeah.
you'd put the fork and knife down and slam
That
your head
would-
in the plate.
That would be. I'm just seeing this. Both of these scenarios in a restaurant, and I just want to know what people.
This is a very easy question. You have to take the drink. You
Yes.
have to, because
Just
here's-
ask the waiter to top you off all the time.
Here's what I can do at any restaurant. I cannot drink. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I can go there
Sure.
and just be a little thirsty, maybe sneak a lap or two in, but I can go, but you can't go
And
out
then
to a restaurant.
they bring your soup out first, and you're like, no.
Soup, my arch nemesis.
Yeah, so I'm definitely not going to be
I have
slamming
to
my
side
face
with that side.
into
Yeah.
food.
All right, let's move on.
Is this real life?
All right, Al Borland, remind our listeners what we're doing here.
You guys are coming to the table with some articles that you found that the headlines made you say, is this real life?
All right, and then we're explaining them to the other parties, and they can ask questions, and we can discover the madness in the world around us. Mm-hmm. All right, I'll kick it off.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I thought this story wasn't that special until I really read it, and then I realized it's very special. So there's a woman, and she's accused of firing a missile into another car. Okay.
She has a missile?
She has a bazooka?
Now, when you read on, so I'm not revealing kind of the crazy part yet. So
You're not?
she's
Pretty sure the crazy part is a woman shot a missile at another car.
well, somehow that is what she's accused of. So this must be letter of the law. What she really was doing was she was shooting a BB gun into cars in front of her house. But shooting a BB is considered firing a missile by the law. So she's accused of firing a missile.
That's
Yeah.
not considered firing a gun?
It's considered an offensive missile into a vehicle. That is what she is charged with. She's
Wow.
36
For the BB
years
gun.
old.
So if she were to have, say, a shotgun.
Well, that I think
It's a
I don't
missile,
know.
Mike.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure it out.
But her name is where this story really.
Oh, goodness.
Her name is Crystal, and her last name is Metheny. Metheny. Crystal.
Wait.
So her name is Crystal Meth.
Her name is Crystal Metheny, and she fired a missile into a car and then was arrested for it. So there were people in the car. No one was hurt. She was arrested, and she's been arrested before on drug charges not related to Crystal Metheny. But I'm sure we'll get there. But, yeah, her name is – somebody has the last name of Metheny,
And they
and
named
named their daughter Crystal.
Crystal.
Which I could see happening. Like, I mean, she's 36. Did we have a problem with crystal meth 36 years ago?
I don't know.
So this was unfortunate when this really started hitting.
Well, I mean, her father's last name, it was originally In, and his name was Hero.
Heroine?
Yes.
Okay, took a second. Took a
Oh,
second.
okay. It took me.
It's weird that her
Longer.
father's name was so different than her name.
That's what was
Well,
really
it was
weird.
really embarrassing to be named Heroin.
So you changed to Metheny.
So Crystal Metheny fired a missile. That's real life.
Crystal Metheny fired.
A missile.
A missile
Yeah.
called
I'm
a BB gun.
still stuck on the BB gun as a missile thing.
I can't imagine the cops who were there to arrest her and are taking the statements and writing up the paperwork. We're like, wait, what's your name again?
Yeah.
No, your real name, ma'am.
Man, this is not a joke.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
firing missiles.
Samsonite.
Missiles into vehicles.
Yeah.
I like that you clarified, though, that no one was injured.
That's correct.
I can't fathom someone getting injured if
Well,
you're
you-
firing a BB gun into the side of a car.
We could make somebody crash.
Go through the window, hit him in the head. It's not going to feel
Jason,
good.
do not encourage people to be
No,
doing
no, no,
this.
no. I'm not saying everyone should go out and fire missiles into cars. Don't hear what I'm not saying. I'm just saying I'm surprised. I would be
Did you
shocked.
ever do, I mean, let's be honest here for a second. As a kid, like, did you ever, like, throw anything at a car driving by?
No.
See,
I mean-
we played football in the front yard all the time, and it was kind of like tempting fate to try to time up the throw over the car all the time. And I'll be honest, a couple times
It hit the car.
mistimed, and we'd hit the car, and at least once or twice that person was displeased and backed up and came back to find out what happened, and we had to say, I'm sorry.
I never threw things at cars.
I mean,
My name's Crystal Metheny.
I'm aware
You can tell
that
my
that many
parents.
people. I knew several boys who threw things at cars.
which is awful. Don't.
It
do
is
that.
awful. And there were people that used to throw things out of cars
That one I've done.
at people walking home from school. I got hit by a lollipop one time.
I had an orange thrown at me one
There
time.
you go.
Yeah. I was walking to the mall, and all of a sudden, an orange almost got me.
In Peoria.
A clementine?
That was just Jason coughing.
Yeah, I mean, look, I wish I could say that I never, as a youth, drove around and threw oranges out
You
of my
fired
car
a missile?
at people. But what if it was you, Mike? What if?
Oh, that would be amazing.
Like
you could go back in time and see that.
I need a time machine pronto.
I wish I didn't, but I definitely have driven around.
It could. Like, you're saying there's a high probability chance it was you.
That I was the one that got you with an orange.
You didn't get me.
Oh,
so you suck at throwing oranges.
Did you go home though, Mike? And did nobody ever know about this, or did you go home and go, someone just threw an orange at me?
Nah, I just went about my day.
Yeah.
They didn't get me.
Happened every day. All right, who's got the next? Is this real life?
All right, I'll go. Here's the headline: Missing woman unwittingly joins search party looking for herself. Come on. Is this real life? And it is a true story.
Wait, so they find her and then she's like, "What are you guys doing?" They're like, "We're looking for a woman," and she's like, "Oh, I'll help."
So here's how it happened, which makes it make sense. But this really happened. This woman.
Oh man,
50 people were involved looking for this woman.
Oh, it's so good.
Hours and hours go on. They're on vehicles, on foot. They've got the Coast Guard involved.
No,
is this Florida?
No, this is in.
Why did that? Why was that?
I believe it was in Canada.
Because in Florida, these things happen.
Okay.
So it happened actually in Iceland. It was a tour. There was a tourist bus that was a group of.
All right.
A woman.
Okay.
A woman got off and apparently wanted to change her clothes, so she changed her outfit, came back on, and the tour bus was missing a woman. They didn't recognize her, and so there was a missing woman that they had lost at one of their stops. And she did not recognize the description of herself, so she was just, from the get-go, part of, let's find this missing woman on this bus. And then eventually, this was like 3 a.m., I don't know how it came all the way.
Someone says, "We're looking for you."
Yeah, and then it was like,
so
wait, I've been I've been looking for me the whole time.
So this tour company, they don't write people's names down. They just write red shirt, fella in brown hat,
Hawaiian pants,
lady in jeans. What is wrong with this company?
I don't know, but it was a wide search.
How do they not just ask, has anyone seen Karen? But, oh, no, I'm right here. Problem solved.
They're so thorough.
She assumed it was another Karen.
Yeah. They're so thorough to make sure that nobody gets lost, and yet they have no idea of who is with them.
The headline was spectacular. Woman unwittingly joins her own search party.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, you're up.
I feel bad because it's another woman article. But
is it crystal methany? Did she get lost?
No, but I mean, you guys you've heard of necromancy, correct? Like you've heard that term.
Yes.
Is this
that's like occult stuff with the dead,
like dead magic? I mean,
yeah,
black magic.
I know it from like Diablo,
sure,
and games like that. Well, apparently in England,
and your uncle's a necromancer, from what I recall.
He's very good, top level, top notch.
Yeah.
But there is a lady who is an asparamancer.
An asparamancer.
That means that she can use asparagus.
Come on.
And she casts
a spell?
She throws it. No, and then reads. She doesn't read the tea leaves. She reads the asparagus.
She's an asparagus reader.
The patterns and the patterns that and she interprets the patterns. And
this one's on you, world.
So she was able to. She claims that she predicted that at Harry and Meghan they were going to split from the royal family. And so she saw that in the asparagus spears, and she says she gives herself, I mean, she's at least realistic, that she's usually about 75 to 90% accurate. So she's not 100%. Not 100%
well,
hit
it's
rate
an asparagus.
with it's an art. It's not a science.
She'll get better as time goes on. You know, the more asparagus she looks at.
Yeah, she admits sometimes she doesn't quite read it correctly, but claims she is never far off.
Now,
with her predictions.
People are so gullible. They really are.
Be on the other
They're
side
just
of this
so
table.
Gullible.
Be on the other side of this table.
On
and
the
watch,
asparagus side?
And just
I'm on the other side of the table.
Imagine sitting and across from you someone throws asparagus on the table and then says, "I see the future." That's a crazy person.
And a vegetarian.
And then
I don't know, Jay, 75 to 90%.
It's pretty pretty good.
That's also a pretty big margin of error to say, like, I either get it right 75% or 90%.
You could get that down to 50-50 maybe with rutabaga. I mean, okay. So this is where the world's at.
Yeah,
See,
this is
we're
where we
desperate for answers.
It's funny because it reminded me of. Do you guys remember the old Robin Hood with Kevin Costner?
Yes.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and the witch. Of
course.
Like she just throws the stuff in the pan.
Yeah.
Well, this is asparagus, and at least at the end, then you can eat the
Yeah,
asparagus.
do you eat your future?
Of course, that's got to be part of it.
If it's a good future, you eat it. If not,
You eat it, yeah.
Yeah.
And then like the smell of the pea has to do with the prediction as well.
She's not going to let the asparagus go to waste.
No, of course not. That would be a crazy person.
She's a responsible psychopath.
But would you eat it if it was a real, like, you throw the asparagus out and you're shocked, you see death.
Oh yeah.
You're like, Bob gonna get hit by a bus.
That's actually what I see when I see asparagus. Death.
And then it's like, do you eat that asparagus? You don't want to eat that asparagus,
Ooh, yeah.
right?
I need to start reading people's futures in pints of ice cream because that's my game.
How are you not an expert already?
Because that's genius. Because you already got the cold stone. You put the cold stone out there. You grab the couple of things, and choppa.
So now ice cream is a business expense.
Yeah, and then
it's a tax write-off.
I can draw out their future in ice cream, and then scoop a little,
I
and
see.
then I'll taste it every.
Home.
Ooh,
This tastes like
Yes.
pain is coming for you. Wait.
you will spend money soon.
You're the cold headache you get. That's how you see it. That's your vision.
Genius.
The Spitballers Draft.
All right, we are drafting movie props.
Ooh,
the
yeah.
greatest movie props of all time. Now we're basically saying, hey, we're going to go round by round, draft the best movie props. These are to be put on display in your home. What would you most like to have?
Will be the coolest.
What would be the coolest? What would be the neatest? What would be the most impressive to put on display? Or maybe it's just, like you personally love a certain movie so much.
That's where mine will be.
Yeah.
You're going personal. You're okay.
Like for Mike, the original reel of Land Before Time. That would be huge for Mike.
Well, the long necks.
The Long Neck.
Never forget.
That's right. That movie actually scarred me.
Oh, because of
The first movie.
the parental death.
Because the parental death.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Moving on.
It's a Bambi situation. I don't remember it.
You don't remember
100%.
Land Before Time?
Like I remember
with the Starleaf?
I remember
Littlefoot.
And Littlefoot and Sarah the Triceratops?
Petrie.
Yeah.
Oh, the Petrie, yes.
Petrie.
This conversation confirms I do not remember it at all. Nothing.
Three horns,
that you
right?
said.
3 horns? That's
Something
what they
like-
called the Triceratops?
And then they eventually made about 25 of them.
They did, all to DVD.
No, these were VHS. Man.
Yeah, sorry, all the
Straight to
VHS, and we had
VHS.
them all. But anyway, moving on, not picking anything from Land Before Time. Jason, you've got the first pick.
Let me just say this: you can't pick a prop from an animated movie. That would be there is none.
That's fair.
All right. I'll take the crayon, the red crayon.
A lot of movies made with crayon these days. A lot of movies.
All right.
A lot of animated films. Crayola sponsors them.
Okay, so look, I've got the 101. There is a 101.
There is.
and I'm taking it because it's
You
mine.
suck.
It's the best. No, it's not what you think I'm
Okay.
taking because I
All
know
right.
what your
yeah,
101
your
would be.
101, I think, will be the 102.
All right. What is
Yes.
it?
I'm taking the lightsaber.
Yeah, that's the easy 101.
It's the most magnificent item in cinematic history. It's spanned many movies.
When I
It's
wrote it
got
in my
super
list.
fans.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great pick. When I wrote it in my list, I just wrote lightsaber because it was like, okay, do you want Darth Vader's lightsaber?
No,
Do
you
want-
just
I mean, but you
lightsaber.
got a lightsaber on
Yeah.
display. Now, here's the thing for you. It's cool, but you, just to be clear, you have a lightsaber handle. That's what you took.
Right, right.
I mean, it's not a lightsaber.
Right, but I mean, you could still display that awesomely.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I'm not,
Yeah, it's the coolest weapon. It's
But
the
I'm
coolest
happy
movie
to be
prop.
at number 2 then because I will take the hoverboard
Yeah.
from Back to the Future. There's just no way I wouldn't want that on display.
I mean,
Behind
literally,
me,
if you're looking at YouTube right
Yeah.
now.
it's there's a imitation hoverboard back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not the actual one. Or is it?
You'll never know. So I'm taking the hoverboard from Back to the Future. Mike, you get to pick a couple times now.
I want this to go 20 rounds. There's so many things I want.
It could definitely go long. All right, I will take with my first pick, I'm going to take Indiana Jones whip.
Mm.
There are so many different things you could go with Indiana Jones.
Yes.
I've thought about that.
But I mean,
yeah.
you want his hat.
Yep.
You want his satchel. But I'll go with the whip. I mean, the weapons are always like the cooler.
Can you take the boulder?
Yeah, of course you could.
I thought about the boulder.
You definitely could take the boulder.
I'll have to consider
that. The idol from the first Raiders of the Lost Ark, but
the
chalice.
the Holy Grail.
Except the problem is that's not, it's like
It's very plain.
It's made
it's
to
the
be
cup of a carpenter.
But yes, it's made to be the super plain.
Are we just gonna we're just gonna go through the plot? All right.
All right. So I got.
So you took the whip.
I guess I got the whip.
That'd be pretty cool.
Now you can add the hat right now. You're on the clock.
Yeah. No. I got to switch movies.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering if people would stick with
Just
one movie or not.
By the end,
I'll take the whip and the boulder and the hat and
I'll
the
take
cup.
Harrison Ford to live in my house.
I'll take the arm from the fugitive.
You just gave me a great idea, though. You gave me a great idea.
That would be awesome.
All right.
All
I just
right.
got a new one. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, the problem with this is just that there are so many, and I have literally no idea where your guys' interest remains. Except I knew Saber and Hoverboard would not make it to me, but I'm going to take the board game. I'm going to take Jumanji.
Okay.
Like no disrespect to the new ones, they're funny.
Yeah, but Robin Williams, Jumanji board game.
But I want that board game.
You think people would your kids try to play it though?
I
mean,
would play it.
Okay, but you'd be disappointed.
Jumanji.
Yeah, you'd be disappointed because nothing happened.
Mike sits around for 2 hours a day hoping he gets swirled into
I was told these pieces move themselves.
All right, so you're going Jumanji. That's cool.
Yep.
Back to me then.
You're up.
All right. I'm going to let one go by because I don't think Jason would take it.
He's got 2 picks.
So I'm actually going to go with the Zoltar machine.
That's on my list.
Good. I love
from
that.
Big.
It's on my list.
The movie Big, because it's like a great large-sized prop to have in a house. So if you're younger and you've never seen the movie Big, this is the machine that like
You don't even have to plug it in.
the kid Tom Hanks
It's true.
goes to and makes a wish, and he wakes up big, and it's an old movie, and you can watch
Did you
it.
ever get to use, like, not a Zoltar, but like one of those machines where it's the fortune-telling machines?
Never did.
So we would go to Disneyland every year as a family.
You put your quarter in the asparagus.
I want my farts to be 3 times as smelly, and then it came true.
But they had one of those machines over by, I think it was like by Pirates of the Caribbean, and those every year I was super excited to get this card that just prints out gibberish.
Yeah, so I'm
But
gonna
it was
go.
awesome.
I'm gonna go Zoltar
All
machine, and the truth is what Mike said. You don't know what movies kind of made their mark on it on you growing up, but I think that's a great one.
Jason, you got 2 picks.
Was that on your list, Jay?
It was on my list, but I wouldn't have.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I needed to take it there, but
I feel like if you get that machine, you've got to hook it up to a battery pack and have the cord show. You know what I mean? Like,
so the cord's always just like hanging to the side,
Yes,
and then you're like,
always.
wait a minute,
whoa, it still works.
gotta switch the battery.
All right. So here's my problem right now is I agree with kind of what you're saying with the Zoltar machine, that there's something cooler about a large
big,
prop, something
To put it on display.
Exactly. So with one of these picks, I'm going to take something tiny, and with the other pick, I'm going to take something big.
Okay.
So
The anticipation's killing me, Jason.
I'm taking
Which one first? Small one or big one?
big, small. Well, I already took the lightsaber, which was small.
That's small.
So I'll
Smaller.
go big now.
Okay.
Not from the movie Big. I'm going with the bat suit.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
You know,
interesting.
when you go to those cases
Yep.
where you've got a whole costume that's,
That's
in
how I
glass.
see your lightsaber too.
So,
It's
like,
in like
really?
an acrylic.
But so Batman,
glass.
like the bat suit, not Iron Man.
The Dark
Batman.
Knight bat suit
Okay.
All right.
would
Not
be
bad.
just
Fair enough.
so awesome. I was
I
like,
hadn't thought of that.
I thought about a lot of different, like, oh, Batman's so cool. Do you get the bat blades? And I'm like, just
The bat blades?
the-
You really
the
like
bat-
Batman,
the
don't
bat-
you? The bat blades. Oh, the nerds are coming for you, dude.
Do you want the utility belt?
Batarang?
I'm getting the whole thing.
The bat blades? I'm embarrassed to be on this show right now.
Okay, come on. You knew what I was
really love
talking
Batman.
about.
He's got this belt thingy.
I love
that he puts his tool belts.
Okay.
The bat tool belt.
What about his back sheet?
his bag sheets.
Yeah, his back sheet.
Yeah, the cape
And his
comes
horns.
with-
And his head horns.
Is it too late to take the bat car?
I love that when I'm a big fan of the movie that never, ever, ever alludes to the Batarang or says that because I'm not a comic
clearly
book
didn't
fan.
own any of the merchandise prior to this movie prop. You didn't have any of the action figures, so you didn't own Batarang. But that's
Everyone
fine.
knew what I meant. But the thing is I'm getting the
back
coolest thing.
sheet.
I'm getting the whole outfit, including the back sheet, which is attached.
Okay, all right. What's your small thing now?
My small thing is the one ring that will rule them all.
Okay.
I'm taking the
All right.
Lord of the Rings, the one ring. And
Now,
I
that's
will-
got to be in a case that
Yes.
you need to let them inspect it. I mean, you need to let them read the inside of it. Does it glow?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope it comes with all the magic.
It's just gold, right?
it's
And it's got the elven language.
Yeah.
on it. I'm not a Lord of the Rings guy.
But I mean, I assume that when we're getting these props, we're getting the prop.
Yeah,
Right.
you
Like,
are. Yeah, that's what makes it cool.
yes, because if I got a replica of the ring, that's pretty lousy. But if I've got like this is the ring they used, and look, nerds, I know they used a lot of different rings. Okay,
Right.
I get them all. Okay, so I've got to watch out for nerds now. Apparently,
We are
attacking them.
the nerds. We are mighty, Jason.
All right, so
be careful.
that Al, what does Jason have so far? Because you got 3 picks, right?
He has the lightsaber, the bat suit, and the one ring.
Okay. And I've got the hoverboard, I've got the Zoltar machine, and I am going with the Carbonite Han Solo.
Okay.
I'm taking
All right.
the Carbonite Han Solo, which I hadn't thought of until Mike said, "I'll take Harrison Ford," and I pictured him inside the Carbonite, and that's so cool.
Dude, that is so cool.
I mean, it's like cast and like it
I-
fills a wall, and
So LucasArts was a game company. They no longer exist because Disney bought Lucas and then dismantled this company, which was a travesty. I'm on record here. But
nerds agree.
I had a music composer buddy, and he had my dream job. He worked at LucasArts, but I was able to go tour the LucasArts offices, and they had a Han
They had a
Solo.
Carbonite Han
they
Solo?
had just cool stuff everywhere, but they had one of those, and it was like, how do I slip this under my shirt?
Probably going to be difficult, but
Very well. I didn't get it.
it seems
It
like
didn't
a
work
really,
out.
really cool prop.
See, that's one where if you got a replica, amazing. Just so cool.
Right.
If you got a big, giant replica of the Carbonite full human, that's awesome.
That's neat. Yeah.
Versus, like, the one ring.
Right. All right. So with my first one, because I got the back-to-back picks, I get it. It will be a little niche. It will probably not land among this crowd, but I will take the Spinal Tap amp that goes to 11.
Yeah.
As a music nerd, Spinal Tap is one of the best movies of all time. It is one of the best comedies, and that whole scene. And then just it's big. I got an amp head here, and it goes to 11, which is spectacular. And then, man, final pick. Now the pressure is really
Maybe.
on. Maybe.
We're going 5 rounds.
Oh, yeah. I'm all about that.
We're going 5 because Al shot me a wink
Wow.
and he said, "Let's go 5 rounds."
Okay, well, now I'm on even more tilt.
Hey, I'll let you know. You still got 2 picks left.
All right, I will take the hockey stick putter
Oh,
from
that's
Happy
so
Gilmore.
good. That is so good. I
It's
love
on
it.
my short list.
Is it?
It
Yes.
is, yeah. I'm actually bummed. I thought I'd get that. And it seemed like a nice detour from the like fantasy
Yeah.
genre to like a comedy prop. So, all right, that's great. That's good.
Excellent.
So what's Mike's team now?
Mike has the whip from Indiana Jones,
Okay.
the Jumanji board game,
Okay.
Spinal Tap amp, and hockey stick putter from Happy Gilmore.
All right.
I can't believe you took the whip over the hat.
I'm taking the hat right now.
Okay.
That's
It
my
was a
pick right now.
very difficult choice.
Yeah, I'm taking the hat from Indiana Jones. So those two very tight.
I've already told the Disneyland story, but like legit, the last time I was there, I was in the shop and they have Indiana Jones stuff, and I put the hat on. I was like, man,
Did you feel great?
I think I could pull this off. I think I
Oh
could.
man.
Oh, so you almost.
I almost bought a hat that, of course, I would never ever wear. But I was looking in the mirror, going, I don't know. I think I can do this.
I
think I can do it.
I really hope one of these days
I
you come in
just
here
show up
wearing
in a
an
fedora.
and that's what you're wearing for the day. Just you're wearing a beanie today. Tomorrow it's an Indiana Jones hat.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
All right,
so
hoverboard,
good. All right, so
Zoltar
you took the
machine,
hat.
Carbonite Han Solo.
Ooh,
and
you've got double Harrison
I
Ford
do,
over
and then
there.
the hat from Indiana Jones.
Are
with
you
one pick
putting
left.
the hat like on the head area of the Carbonite
No,
Harrison Ford?
No,
You just
I'm
hang
not.
it? All right, I'm up. I've got.
I was afraid you'd take the hat. That's why I took it there. I wanted to save it, but I was like, man, he might take the hat from Indiana Jones.
The hat is on my short list, or was, but it was off my list when he
I
took
took
the
the
whip.
Yep.
I just didn't want to
Double up.
split. Split the vote.
All
All right.
right, Jay, you got 2 picks.
So I've
wait,
got 2.
hold. Do we go 5 or 6?
5.
All right.
16.
I'm just very disadvantaged.
Right,
at
because you
5.
get the.
Well, you're the last pick in the draft.
Exactly.
That's
That's his point.
last pick of the first round. Yeah.
Last pick of
Whatever.
I don't. Do you want to go 6? I
Well,
don't care.
we'll see. Let's just go through this round. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, maybe we'll go an extra one. All right, so since I get 2 picks, oh brother,
That means I'm gonna have to pick twice.
Thanks, Booger. All right, I would be sad if I don't take this because it's from my favorite movie. It is the best movie of all time, and I want the Braveheart sword.
Okay.
That's so good.
You know,
All
I'm gonna
right.
put that thing in
That's a great prop.
I'll make like a mound of earth.
Oh.
and I'll put the sword in there where it's waving with that little
Permanently?
flag on it.
It's permanently waving in there? Okay.
I'll put it on a motor. I'll do whatever it takes to get that picture perfect situation.
What
from the movie.
differentiates?
Oh, free. Can you roll your R with freedom? All right, just
What differentiates the Braveheart sword?
So, well, one
probably nothing
Okay.
other than it says so on it.
Yeah, I mean,
it'd probably be autographed by Mel. He needs the cash.
it's got the little flag thing hanging from the it's got like a little ribbon thing that hangs from it, and it's
That's why he needs wind in
and
this
it's a
display.
gargantuan sword. I don't know if you remember how big.
I know. I remember it being large, but can the
It's a broadsword. It's
can
like
the
a
size of it differentiate it from just another sword?
Yeah.
It would be
You'd
pretty
know?
humongous.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm happy I've got that. All right.
See, it's all like I want weapons.
No, I know.
It's
when
hard
I
to not
started
just take all
when I
weapons.
started to make my list, it was 100%
I'll take Michelangelo's nunchucks, please.
Oh, that's a good one. Dang it. All right. So this one was I was planning on having this be my last pick.
I think
This morning.
Are we going to stop at 5 or are we going
We
to
can
6?
go. We can go 5. It's fine.
Let's go to
just-
5.
Yeah, let's keep it 5.
All right.
So your last pick.
so
We got
my-
our last picks right here.
All right. So if this is my last pick, I'm going to go for really just memorable landmark item from a movie.
Please
Jay,
don't.
this is
Please don't.
Jason's going for votes now.
No. I came in this morning and was talking about this item to these 2 beautiful
Oh,
producers
please.
over there.
Please don't take it.
The Ember
Yeah, it's
cane
on my list.
with the
From
mosquito,
Jurassic
John
Park.
Hammond's cane from Jurassic
Yeah.
Park
gosh.
with the dinosaur mosquito.
It's amber, Jason.
Yes, it is.
That's I
It's
pronounce
not ember.
It's right next to the bat blades.
I pronounce things differently than you, Mr. Know-it-all.
When he said ember, I'm like, okay, what like spark or fire thing is there? But so you're taking the amber thing
yeah, the John
from
Hammond's
the Dino Park.
from the Dino Park thing.
I'm so mad that I didn't get something from Jurassic Park yet.
I really
Did you
figured
know
you
you're
would
on?
take it.
But you
I know, but I don't know if I have something I would want more than that. That's a good
Right.
pick from Jurassic Park.
thank you.
So, but you do get the ember. You don't get the amber.
I'm fine with that.
All right, last pick for me. I am not taking it, and Mike, you can take it if you want to. But I was close to going like the leg lamp from Christmas Story
yeah,
because I want something that I can bring out and display seasonally.
I
thought that
that's
would be pretty
nice,
cool.
But I don't really care about that movie.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But I'm actually going to take something that I think will just show really well and is like iconic, and I'm going to take Wilson from Castaway.
Oh yeah,
The original
all right.
Wilson from
Okay.
Castaway.
You're
So-
the only one here that has drafted actual people. Like Wilson is a character. You've got Harrison Ford himself in Carbon. Like you're drafting.
Wilson's a volleyball.
Right. Yes.
Okay, I'm just making sure you've seen that movie.
No, but he's a full blown character in that movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a volleyball.
Yeah,
as a
yeah,
prop.
yeah.
I'm giving credit.
I
to your
got that
picks.
by the end of it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, Mike, you have your last pick.
Yes. So I had to look up the name of it because I only knew it as eye flashy thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Men in Black.
yeah.
I will take the Neuralizer from Men in Black.
That's so iconic.
That's not bad.
Yes,
That's
that
not
was,
bad.
It was tough between that one and I don't know. I'm just drawn to it, but I wanted the golden ticket.
Yeah, I thought about it.
From Willy Wonka.
Thought about a ghost trap from Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
You should take the proton pack. I mean, that would be cooler to me than
Probably
the
the weapon.
Yeah, the weapon. Dude, the Elder Wand. Wait, you're done, right? You
Well,
picked?
I was just yes.
We're
I
just
took my
naming
pick.
ones we hadn't drafted.
So the Elder
The horse
Wand.
head from Godfather.
I wanted the Elder Wand bad.
That'd be disturbing.
Yes, it would.
You got Thor's hammer.
Oh yeah, that's
Well,
not
yeah,
bad.
I was like, do you take one of
Mjolnir.
the Avengers weapons? But
Right,
I just left it alone.
Captain
But
America's shield.
The lower tiered stuff I had was the mask
Oh
from
yeah.
The Mask.
I had the giant helmet from Spaceballs on my short list as well.
That's a good
That's
one.
funny. And then the most obscure one, I thought about taking it just to make Jason laugh. I was going to take the 3 seashells.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
See, I knew it
That's
would make him
so
laugh.
good.
From Demolition Man.
I'm surprised you didn't find an Ace Ventura related prop, Jay.
I don't
What
know
would you
that there
like?
was a
Did you
good
take his shirt? I mean, his shirt is the iconic.
Some bat
The
guano?
iconic piece of clothing from Ace Ventura is his shirt.
Yeah, and that's not good enough. If I'm going to take clothes, it's going to have a back sheet on it.
I feel,
You know?
oh my god! I thought the boulder from Indiana Jones would
Yeah,
be really
that's-
funny if you walked into somebody's house,
But you would have
and
to
it's
spend.
just sitting there.
You'd have to spend so much money to make sure that this thing can move.
Oh, it
And
has to move?
Well, if you have the boulder in
I
your
figured-
house, it's got to do something.
I never figured it had to move.
I don't think it has to move. I think
Oh.
the issue is getting it inside.
It's got to move.
Is there any glaring omissions from the producers over there?
The
Anything that
Infinity
you didn't think
Gauntlet?
about? Oh yeah, the gauntlet would be okay.
You got some good ones in there.
I'm a pretty big Alfred Hitchcock did Rear Window, so I thought about doing the
You like
the
you
camera from
Hitchcock
that.
guy?
I'm a Rear Window guy. Like that's my
okay.
favorite. One of
Of
my
the
favorite
Hitchcocks?
old movies.
The
Yeah.
you could go in the knife.
From Psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another Hitchcock, right?
So many great movies.
Yeah, so many good ones.
What did we learn today?
We learned that Jason claims he's a Batman fan.
I learned that Andy cannot roll his R's.
That was going to be mine. That I learned.
You learned that?
I still can't do it. I haven't tried in a while. At some point in your life, you give up.
Well, try again.
Really?
Oh, you had a piece of it there.
Look.
You got to turn your tongue like half over.
So you can't purr then. You cannot do a kitten purr. That's your lips.
Really?
Okay. I learned I don't want to hear him try to roll R's anymore.
No, it's not a good sound. I learned that there's a lot of cool movie props. How about that?
Yes, there
There's
are.
a lot of neat ones.
Thank you for listening. We will see you next Monday. Hope you have a good week. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.